that everything changes, that there's a great increase in sexual risk-taking that happens, and all of those risks were down to, disproportionately to women, right? Women are the ones who then, start having more unexpected pregnancies, even though it was thought that the pill would, help reduce unexpected pregnancies, because there's more sex happening because people feel like they can take more risks. There's actually more unexpected pregnancies and therefore more out-of-wedlock childbearing and more abortion. And so that's what happens. I mean, you can see the direct hit from the pill in 1960 to the increase in especially out-of-wedlock births, but also, of course, abortion, and then clamoring for abortion as a solution to this, when the pill, of course, was put forth as a prophylactic against abortion at first. If we have the pill, then we'll have fewer abortions, which were, of course, very dangerous for women at that time. But then, obviously, the moral problems with abortion as well. And so what's unfortunately happened is that we've kind of come along to think, and the Supreme Court has not helped with this in terms of its decision in Roe and then Planned Parenthood versus Casey, that these kinds of technological solutions are necessary for women to be equal. I mean, this is kind of the mantra that we hear, is that abortion is necessary for women's equality. And what's sad, if you look from the perspective of that first wave, is that they saw abortion as a failure, that when women had abortions, that it was evidence that society had wronged them in some way, that they had failed to have the education, or that they were, locked into bad situations with men and all of that. So it's the exact reversal, where at first it was seen as, this is clearly that women aren't equal to men, and if they should become equal, they wouldn't need this to go out and get these then illegal abortions. Then it becomes that abortion is necessary for women's equality. Why? So they could walk away from that pregnancy just as the man could, so they can be unencumbered just as men are. And so it's really, I think today we see the casual sex that's on offer, the kind of pornification that's happened, where porn is available, of course, due to, technology and the ability for people to access porn all the time, that there's a real kind of tragic way in which sexuality has become entirely driven by the kind of most base motives and most base interests of men who have very little respect for women. When I think Wollstonecraft's vision, the first wave feminist vision, was that you could see sort of a more female-centered sexuality, where you could understand that, the female's body is the one that carries, the consequences of sex within her, and that those consequences are really serious for her, so that there would be sort of a chivalry toward the woman's body and those disproportionate consequences, and then a man could wait and be mastering of his own sexuality, and that's something that's just entirely lost in this new what we call feminism.